relative to, good leader, great leader, I believe, and I'll let you opine on this. I believe that, I'm sure in your experience in the SEAL teams that I've read a lot about it. And I know a bunch of SEALs, and they always say, Mike, at the first day of every class, there's literally a few world-class athletes in there, Olympic swimmers, this and NCAA champions, and almost every SEAL I know says, I'm looking around the first day and I'm looking at these beasts, and I'm like, oh my God, what am I doing here? And you know where I'm going with this. Invariably, the guys with the big resumes are gone, the physical beasts are gone, and the little skinny kid that never saw the ocean before is still standing at the end of the course and all of that. So I believe that much like athletic talent, musical talent, math talent, any kind of natural talent, I do believe there are people born with leadership aptitude that they're the seventh grader that can get high school kids to listen to him on the bus to aggravate the bus driver, which by the way was me. I started in that. I started in that show.
I was like,
yeah, the bus driver hated me, But I also think that if you have the willingness to study and put in the reps, I think that you can not only be a good leader. Statement of the obvious. I think you could be a world-class leader, not necessarily in a world-class organization, but I think you can be an exceptional leader in charge of the mailroom, the loading dock, a small team, a small section, a department, or whatever. I just think you're limited to your leadership capacity and ability to get things done and influence. We are our own kind of governors on that engine. Your thought?
We're our governors on our own engine in so many ways. You're absolutely right about that, and I agree with everything else as well. And I'll build on it. I actually, coming into this conversation, was thinking about that age-old question of are great leaders born or made? And as I was thinking about that, I actually thought about a schoolyard playground sort of situation. I was literally going to use the exact same example. Clearly, some people they have the drive and ability to lead from birth or some early age, and others don't have that as much. And that's okay. That doesn't mean that the person who has that proclivity is going to be actually great as they grow into an adult and into their career. Nor does it mean that someone who doesn't have that can't be great either. Like you said, there's plenty of people who enter SEAL training and they are not the best runner. They are not the best swimmer. They are not the best in the obstacle course. They even maybe struggle with some of the more academic things that you actually do, because it's, there are some actual academic things like dive medicine and all sorts of stuff like that you have to do. Yet they persevere, they figure it out somehow, and they're a good teammate. They're a great teammate, right? Yeah. And so they get the support, encouragement, bonding, and actual tangible help from all the people around them. And they're willing to learn, they're humble, but they advocate for themselves, and they're not afraid to go get it. And so I think, for that kid on the playground or on the bus, which was you, or that person in SEAL training who maybe isn't going to be the honor man. Like I wasn't the honor man. I struggled at tons of stuff in SEAL training, especially early on in first phase, before Hell Week. And, but I think those people have something else, which is drive. Even though, someone may be a poor communicator, so maybe they're not going to get everyone to follow them on the playground and do some rascally thing. But there's that drive and energy that motivates them to, hey, we need to achieve this thing. I don't know how you teach that, but like anything, I believe it's a skill. So.